It's about that time.
Coming to you live every Wednesday night.
Fantasy start and sit advice with your boy PL.
And Michigan Mike, let's go.
We talking about
all things fantasy.
We talking about
all things fantasy.
We talking about
all things fantasy.
Mike and PL,
the fantasy show.
What's up, football family? Welcome back to the season premiere of the Fantasy Football Show. I am your co-host, Mr. PL Coulter. As always, flanked to my right is my right-hand man, Mr. Michigan Mike, Michael Hasso.
What's up?
What's going on, Michigan Mike, man? You ready to talk some fantasy football?
So ready to talk about fantasy football.
Okay, well, let's start with you, man. How do you think you did with your umpteen drafts that you were in?
I think I did pretty good. They all went pretty well. Certain players that I wanted, and I actually got them this year. Unlike, that's very unusual. So
right. Okay. So you stuck to your strategy, and your strategy worked, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully everyone has stuck to their strategy, and their strategy worked for them in the draft as well. We got Week 1 coming up in less than 24 hours, and it's going to be the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers. Looking forward to that. Now, we'll start this segment off like we start every season premiere off with some old faces and new places, Mike. We had a lot of movement going on in the NFL on the offensive side of the ball this past off season, and we're going to get your take on if these moves for these players were good or bad from a fantasy perspective.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's go. Darren Sproles from New Orleans to the Philadelphia Eagles. What's that look like for him?
That's an excellent move. Pick him up.
All right, Darren Sproles. Yeah, it looks like that he'll be used pretty much in the mode that he used to be used in New Orleans. He'll be catching the ball out of the backfield and spelling Deshaun Jackson, who has moved on to Washington. Fantasy impact for D-Jax.
No, I don't see him as being a good player over there.
Why is that?
They're inconsistent quarterbacks. RG3 didn't look very good in the preseason, looked very sketch. So I would stay away from him.
Well, maybe this week, but I kind of like Deshaun Jackson, at least what I've seen him do in the past.
Yeah.
If they can get the quarterback issue settled, I kind of like that move. We'll see long term.
True.
Maurice Jones-Drew from Jacksonville to Oakland.
I like that pick. I would pick him up. I actually have him in a couple of my leagues as bench player to see how he does. But I think, preseason, he's done pretty good.
Okay, Maurice Jones-Drew. It was an abysmal end to his career in Jacksonville, but going from Jacksonville to anywhere seems to be an upgrade, so we will see on that. Now, another player that switched coasts is Stevie Johnson, went from the Buffalo Bills where he had fantasy impact. Now he's on the San Francisco 49ers. What say you?
Yeah, I actually like that pick. I think it'll be a good deep threat for him, and pick him up.
You like
good.
That one, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I certainly hope he doesn't do good in Week 1 as a Cowboy fan, but I digress. Emmanuel Sanders from the Pittsburgh Steelers, now a Denver Bronco. What say you?
Yes, I like that move.
Yeah, excellent pickup, and actually a stroke of luck right now. We just heard about the suspension to Wes Welker, so Emmanuel Sanders will probably move opposite of Demaryius Thomas and get plenty of action to start the season. Man, stop playing, Mike. Who is calling you now, man?
Man, I think that's Peyton Manning.
Who?
Let me see. Peyton Manning, yeah. Hold on.
Get that, man.
Hello?
Here we are. I'm out of my third Pro Bowl. We're talking about our idiot kicker who got liquored up and ran his mouth off. So.
Whoa, Peyton, calm down. We're not talking about the kicker anymore. We're talking about your boy Wes Welker.
Yeah, what's up with Wes Welker, man?
What has the sports world come to? We're talking about idiot kickers. He has ruined kickers for life. Akers and Vinatieri, these guys are great guys. They've been getting killed all week.
All right, I don't think you really heard me. It sounds like you're having a party back there. How come I wasn't invited?
Because our idiot ran his mouth. So when I get home, I'll deal with it. Tony and I talked about it. It's kind of funny, really, when you think about it.
Well, Peyton, I don't really think it's that funny. Wes Welker was one of your primary targets.
Yeah, your schedule's pretty tough. This is pretty serious, man.
Yeah, what are you going to do about it?
If he is still a teammate, we'll deal with it. That remains to be seen. But the sad thing is, Lynn.
Whoa. Speaking of sad, can we see some more of your dance moves, Peyton? Hello?
Man, Mike, why are you always doing this to the guest that's calling your phone?
Man, I didn't mean to, man. I thought it was just an inside joke that me and him have. So.
Oh, man.
Man, I guess Wes Welker won't be starting for this season then.
Nah, man, I guess not. Okay, and speaking of starting the season, Michigan Mike, last year to start the season, you told us to keep our eye on an unknown rookie by the name of Eddie Lacy, correct?
Yes, I did.
Went on to be the offensive rookie of the year. Good job by you.
Yeah, I guess lucky pick, huh?
Yeah, all right. Hey, lucky pick. Hey, all the people that had him on their team, I'm sure they thank you. I was not so fortunate. I will digress. This year, What say you? Help us out here. What rookie should we have on our radar?
All right, my pick would be Sammy Watkins.
Okay, wide receiver, Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, man, he just impressed me in college. I know he just came off with a small injury, nothing too serious, but
Right.
he'll be really good.
Right, I think he'll be good as well, and he gets a good matchup because he's facing a juggernaut offense in the Chicago Bears, so they may be playing catch up, may get a lot of good looks there. Another person that may get a lot of good looks will be Tampa Bay's Mike Evans, wide receiver, big, strong. They have a new quarterback down there in Josh McCown, and he's playing opposite Vincent Jackson, and he did a really good job in the preseason. Got a couple of touchdowns, had a boneheaded drop at the end zone, a la Deshaun Jackson. But I think that that's somebody that you want to keep your eye on going forward as well. Now, we get to our Michigan Mike's matchup segment. So there's some NFL games that you think we ought to be on the lookout for, huh?
Yeah, I mean, a couple of games that you want to look out for if you have people on the bench or if you're thinking about not starting somebody. The first one being New Orleans at Atlanta.
Okay.
Both offensive powerhouses. It's going to be a high-scoring game. So if you have any players, definitely start them. Also, Jacksonville at Philly.
Wait. Jacksonville and Philly?
Yeah, Jacksonville at Philly.
All right, please explain.
Philly's going to score a lot of points, how they normally do.
Okay.
And I think Jacksonville's offense, going off of Philly's defense is not very good, and Jacksonville is going to surprise some people. So definitely a high-scoring game there as well.
Okay.
Next one, I have San Francisco at Dallas.
The one I'm waiting on.
Yeah, so San Francisco, their defense has not been as good as last year.
They haven't.
No, so I definitely see another high-scoring game here, especially since Dallas's defense, we all know, is pretty much third string, second string. So definitely look out for that one. And last one, I have Indy at Denver.
Oh, wow. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, that's going to be a passing clinic, that game. So if you have any of those players in those games, definitely start them.
All right, good stuff by you. Now, we also have additional crack staff, our sources, to help us bring you the latest and greatest and hot new fantasy start and sit advice every Wednesday. One of those is our main man, Deep Sleepers, Mr. DP himself. Has a couple of defenses out there for you all to take a look at. One would be the Jets defense this week. They're going up against a rookie quarterback in Derek Carr for the Oakland Raiders. Oakland will be coming all the way across the country to play a 1 o'clock Eastern time game. The Jets had a pretty stout defense last year, so that may be a good play for you. Also, the Pittsburgh Steelers defense, I know they struggled a little last year, but they will be taking on a Josh Gordon-less Cleveland Browns team this week that looks like they will struggle to score points. Good job by you, DP. And as we close every fantasy football segment, Michigan Mike, we have to alert the people to the Homer alert. You know what the Homer?
Yep, Homer alert. I'm gonna have that subtitle caution. Homer alert.
Homer alert. Now, if you are a Green Bay Packers fan, a cheesehead, or you simply took Jordy Nelson in the first couple of rounds of your draft a couple of weeks ago, then you, my friend, are on Homer alert.
Homer alert.
Homer alert, Michigan Mike. I mean, I know that he's a top 10 caliber wide receiver, but this week in week 1, he draws Mr. Sherman and the Legion of Boom secondary, the Seattle Seahawks. A brutal matchup. It's going to be on national television. The Seattle Seahawks are going to be looking to come out and duplicate what they did to the Denver Broncos, which was absolutely annihilate them. I see it may be rough treading for Jordy just for week 1. So if you have Jordy Nelson on your team, you may want to do yourself a favor. It's not about your ego. You want to win your league. Look for Sammy Watkins or someone of that ilk that may have a better matchup that may not be quite the name. It may save you a victory in week 1. So that concludes week 1 of the Fantasy Football Show. If you'd like to reach us with any of your fantasy questions, you can always reach me at PL Culture. That's at PLCOLTER. You can always reach Michigan Mike at
Michael Hasso, that's MichaelJasso. And also go take a look at Michigan Mike's college picks. Go check it out.
Good stuff indeed. Life is a sport, so always play to win.
Go Blue.